Well, here we have the new P-51 Strega. It's a 1100 millimeter plane. It's the FMS model. It's a pretty nice plane. I'm very disappointed in the way they set up the cockpit area. I mean, it's clogged with wires and the battery barely fits, and that's a 2200 milliamp. Could have had a little more room. I had to end up cutting some foam away from the cover here just so it would go down. That was really the only disappointing part of it. It's nothing to build. It's actually not a build. It's more of just an assembly. You have to glue a couple little things, but the rest of it just screws on. We're going to go ahead and attempt the Maiden today. We have some 11-12 mile an hour crosswind, so it's going to be sketchy. I see the hogs got out, tore up the field over there. I may take off this way into the wind, because I don't know how this thing's going to handle in this grass. I have no idea. Once I get it up, maybe I can see, but and balancing is questionable too. I'm not sure if I have it balanced properly or not. It's just a few questionable things about the plane, but let's see. Hope for the best, you know. Got plenty of get up, that's for sure. Oh Lord. Retracts up. You can see what I need to do to trim it. I need to put the battery further forward. A lot further forward. Yeah, I'm just trimming it out, guys. I'm going to get it closer once I get it halfway trimmed. Looks like it's fast. It said it would be fast. Just worried about landing on this grass. This runway. Well, it's really good slow. I mean, you can cut back half throttle and it does really well. It's about half throttle right there. Yeah, I needed to give quite a bit of a down trim and right trim, some right trim, but it's like I said, it's 12 mile an hour crosswinds today, and who knows what it'll act like whenever the wind's not so hard. I got my throws set. It feels good to me. I set them higher than what the book called for. I like a little more throw. I have no telemetry on it, so playing it by ear as far as time goes. I think I'm going to land it here just to, well, first of all, 3 tracks down. This crosswind's going to be something. Boy, then with a 4-bladed prop too. Ain't no belly land in this baby. Just put the flaps down. I usually don't mess with flaps, but the heck of them, I see how I does. Oh! Yeah, I flared a little too soon. I was trying to avoid all this. As you can see all that grass, that's holes. We think hogs come here at night and chew up the field. Let's see, hopefully it didn't break the prop or anything. Everything looks good. That was a fun flight. I'm gonna tell you, it's I think next time I'll just not use the flaps and just do a landing out. We've got hog holes everywhere. I mean, just divots everywhere on the runway. They just tearing it up. It's a pretty little plane. It's well built. Let's give that. But like I say, the battery compartment they could have made bigger, or cut that hatch down like I did. Because I mean, the 2200 25S pack is in there, and that's what it calls for, and it's tight. Well, actually, it won't be as tight now that I know that it needs to come up forward a little more. But you can see I have it pretty much where they have the Velcro right here. I kind of use that as a guide. And I did do a CG check, and it seemed like it was a little nose heavy on that, but I always prefer my planes to be a little nose heavy. But yeah, I'm going to bring the battery forward because I have quite a bit of down elevator built in right now. So anyhow, I hope y'all had fun with that. But that was a quick one. I'm going to put my telemetry on it and make some more flights so I can see how long I can fly. Alright guys, we're going to do it again. The second flight, I went ahead and moved the battery all the way forward. And I brought my elevator back to normal so I can readjust the, whatever it does once it's in the air. But that little landing on the first one did bend one of the little retracts. I had to bend it back, but I don't know how strong it's going to be. So let's see. Let's go ahead and give it another shot. See what happens here. Hopefully I'm getting the plane in the view, guys. It's hard to judge. Torch big time to the left when you get up. That's not good. Apparently that battery's got a bad cell. I hear you. I'll have to bring it in already. God dog it. I don't want that retract to break. I can't really land. Got four tires on the front, 4-bladed prop. That's out the question, yeah. I'm not going to tax it. It's amongst all those holes over there. We'll get it. I don't want it to nose in on me and break the prop. Yeah, it looks like my number 4 cell in that pack is weak. So I'm glad I had my telemetry on that time. That landing gear right there is the one that's bent. It's still, I bent it back and it closes okay. It's just I don't know how strong it's going to be, how it's going to hold up. I did make the 1112 prop. I custom made a prop for it, 2-blade, which is they say it'll fly this thing at 105 mile an hour or something like that. I'm just waiting for the nose cone to come out for it. And they're also going to be coming out with that prop, but I just took an APC 12 by 12 and cut ½ inch off each side and I balanced it, and it's fine. Let's take this battery out of here and get a good one. I can throw this puppy away. I'm going to go ahead and cycle it a few times before, but good test. Hey guys, attempt the Maiden today. We have some 11-12 mile an hour crosswind, so it's going to be sketchy. I see the hogs got out, tore up the field over there. Go down. That was really the only disappointing part of it. It's nothing to build. It's actually not a build. It's more of just an assembly. You have to glue a couple little things, but the rest of it just screws on. We're going to go ahead and may take off this way into the wind, because I don't know how this thing's going to handle in there's grass. I have no idea. Once I get it up, maybe I can see. But well, here we have the new P-51 Strega. It's a 1100 millimeter plane. The FMS model. It's a pretty nice plane. I'm very disappointed in the way they set up the cockpit area. I mean, it's clogged with wires and the battery barely fits, and that's a 2200 milliamp. Could have had a little more room. I had to end up cutting some foam away from the cover here just so it would